Hey YouTube, my name is Michelle, and in this video we're going to continue on with my femininity series, and in this segment we're going to be talking about all things hair. I absolutely love getting my hair done. It's a part of my personality at this point. I grew up with a hairdresser as a mom who specialized in braids. I always had my hair done growing up. Wearing weaves like in high school, like clip-ins, and I would like sew pieces here and there. I started wearing wigs like in my early 20s. So I've experimented with everything. I've dyed my hair, I've cut all my hair off, I've done it all. I've had an undercut, I've had relaxed hair, all the things. I've experimented, trust me. When it comes to hair, I feel like your hair is your signature. When people see you, they could tell a lot about you by the hair that you wear. Now, with that being said, I know a lot of people try to portray being feminine, having like hair kind of like mine, where it's long, it's got a lot of body, it's big, all the things. I feel like personally when it comes to hair, that braids can be feminine, locks can be feminine, a taper fade can be feminine, pixie cut can be feminine, bald, anything. I feel like anything could be feminine. In this video, I'm gonna show some tips and tricks and things that I feel like will make your hair game go from 1 to 100. First things first, as a feminine woman, when it comes to hair, you want to make sure that your hair is clean. I cannot stress this enough. I know a lot of people, especially in the Black community, they tell you you should wait 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We don't have to wash our hair every week or every day or whatever, which don't wash your hair every day. I feel like that applies to just about every hair type. I'm not really sure about like straight hair, but if you have like kinky curly hair, for sure, you don't want to dry it out depending on what kind of porosity you have. But washing your hair at least once a week is going to make you feel refreshed. It's going to make you not have an odor. I speak on this because as an esthetician, I've done so many facials on people and you can just tell that they don't wash their hair often. There's an odor that isn't just like you went to the gym. It's days and days of oil built up on their scalp, especially like if you use a lot of products, have a lot of buildup. All those components can come into odor. Like I think about even like men, when men don't wash their hair, you can, even though it's like short, if they have like a fade or something, you can still smell it. Like with my nephews, I always make sure that their hair is washed. I tell them all the time, you need to wash your hair. You need to shampoo and you need to condition. And when I mean wash your hair, I mean, even if you have to get like one of those brushes and really get in your scalp and like get all that product out, clean hair is always gonna be feminine. I don't care how you try to flip it, twist it, whatever. Always have clean hair. That is a must. That is the standard. Another tip is going to a stylist to get your ends trimmed. If you trim your ends yourself, cool. But having your hair one length or layered or however is always going to look neat. You don't want jagged edges when it comes to your hair. You want your ends trimmed. You want someone to look at your hair. Even like ask her your porosity. Ask her how many times does she recommend that you wash your hair. Because everything's customizable. I feel like everything isn't one size fits all when it comes to hair, but the one size that fits all is clean hair and ends trimmed. Let's get into all the different type of hairstyles that I feel are really feminine. First, we're gonna start with natural hair. Your natural hair. Your natural hair is feminine. I don't care if anyone tells you that what you grow out of your scalp is not feminine. I saw a video on TikTok not too long ago, and the girl was trying to tell people that they needed to straighten their hair, that their natural hair couldn't be feminine, and that's further from the truth. I'm gonna insert pictures throughout the video to show you examples of elegant hairstyles that people have done with their natural hair, with braids, with weave, with all the things, right? But with your natural hair, it just depends on how you style it. Like I said, you want your natural hair to be hydrated for one, clean. For me, find 3 hairstyles. To make it easy for you, find 3 hairstyles that you can do often. That way you don't have to stress out about it. Like for me, slick back bun is like my one thing that I will do often because I don't like doing my natural hair. That's why I wear sew-ins. I do a bantu knot out, and then I flexi rod sets. Those are the 3 main ones that I'm into right now. I'll do wash and goes here and there, but for the most part, I like really big hair when it comes to hair. So those are the ones that I go towards. Now, when it comes to your personal natural hair, I do recommend not wearing it crazy, like making sure that it's not frizzy when you go out. If you wear a bun, like if you wear a sleek up bun, make sure it's sleek up. Get your gel, take the time to really wear your headscarf to flatten it down. If you want a little baby hairs, I like actual baby hairs. For me, the grown woman hairs are just like not a thing for me. That's just, it's a personal preference. If that's something that you're into, go for it. But I love like a little baby hair, not nothing crazy. Just making sure that you're choosing hairstyles with your natural hair that works for you. Sometimes you can do a half up, half down. Just making sure that it looks put together and not that you just rolled out of bed. When it comes to your natural hair, don't let anyone tell you. Like even just wearing a cute, just plain fro. There's so many elegant girls that wear just a simple fro that's like not jagged, that's circular, and it's perfect. Like as long as if you want to do big hair, just make sure it looks tidy and it doesn't look all over the place or frizzy or anything like that. Just well put together. That is what an elegant woman does as far as having her hair done. Next up is going to be braids and locks. I feel like braids and locks can look elegant. I saw a video too where someone said that braids and locks were not, and I beg to differ. I've seen a lot of people, especially on the red carpet, wear braids. I think braids are beautiful no matter what kind of style. You got box braids, cornrows, boho braids. I really love a boho braid. I personally feel like those are very elegant. Even locks, people try to play and act like locks aren't elegant. I think locks are even more elegant because you could do so many updos, sister locks, regular locks. My biggest thing with locks and braids is making sure your scalp is clean. I'm gonna keep reiterating it because there's so many people out here that don't take care of their scalp. Make sure when you wear your braids that you have a scarf handy. Always wearing a scarf. Do not skip a day without the scarf. And new growth is going to happen. So if you want to keep the longevity of your braids, like if you want to wear them for a few months, if your front starts to look crazy, go get your front done. Or learn how to do your front or grease back your front. I have a friend, when she had her front was looking crazy, she like greased it and then twisted. I don't recommend that because then I feel like that will just start locking up. But if you need something last minute, but always making sure your front is good, slapping some gel down until your next appointment, putting a scarf on, making sure everything just looks tidy. And with locks, you know, getting your retwist or relocks. So you're making those appointments so you're not frizzy in the front, you know? Even if you are, make sure you are like wearing a scarf, a headband just to cover that, just so you don't be out here looking crazy. Because the realistic thing about it is people do judge you on your appearance. That's just the reality of it. If your hair looks crazy, people are less likely to take you seriously in a lot of regard. Like, it is what it is. Next up, we're gonna talk about wigs. Now, when it comes to wigs, as a person, I'm not good at wigs. I've tried. I really have tried. I'm just not good at them. I always end up looking wiggy. So avoid that. You look up, if you are dedicated to wearing wigs, I advise you to watch all the YouTube videos when it comes to wigs. Because a lot of girls, especially the girls that like do the synthetic wigs, they make them look so good. So I advise you to watch those videos because they do help. Like my wig game did come up. It's just too much work for me and I just don't got the time or patience for it. Learning how to put wigs on, determining, like for me, if I was a person that's just starting out with wigs, I would start off with synthetic wigs just so I am not wasting my money and I could get like the feel of it and see what I don't like and what I do like, and I could practice like my plucking technique, hot combing it, gluing it down, all the things, and then invest in a real hair wig. I'm going to preach this with weaves and wigs to invest in human hair. Now, if you don't want to deal with glue, glueless wigs with a band. Perfect. And with an adjustable strap so you could really like suction cup it to your head. I've done glueless wigs before. When I do glueless wigs, my only beef is I can't do 180 density. I have to do like 200 density. I like a lot of hair. Like this right here, we'll talk about my hair when we get to the weave portion. But I love a lot of hair. It just makes me feel better. Like a personal preference. But if you are going to do a wig, sometimes you can just get them installed to see if you like that feeling. If you're just taking your wig off and on, just making sure that you clean your braids in between. Because the thing about it is, like, when I tell you people's hair smell bad and they don't know it because of, what's it called? Nose blindness. Like, people don't know that their hair smells bad. And that's one of my biggest things when it comes to being an elegant woman, smelling good all over. And your head is like the first thing. Like when people go in for hugs and such, like they smell your hair, especially someone that's taller than you. You don't want to cuddle up with your man and your hair smells bad. So I'm really reiterating washing your hair. Now we're going to get into the weave portion. Finding out what kind of weave that you want to get. Do you want a traditional sew-in, which is some like leave out? I'm thinking about doing that for my next appointment. I may make a video about that. I've never done that. I recently just discovered this new system that I'm going to try. Do you want a 2x6 closure? That's what I have. It's just 2 inches of parting space and then 6 inches back. I don't have to deal with a lot of lace. And then I have 4.5 bundles in. So depending on what kind of lace do you want to do, you could do a 4x4, 5x5, or you could do a whole frontal. I don't do the whole frontal because glue and me just don't mix. If I just have to deal with this one little piece, that's it. Now, I do wash my weave once it starts to get a little greasy and starts to smell a little bad, because I am a gym girly. I do wash my weave. And then I'll get my scalp, because after like the second month, I'll go in to get my my weave tightened, and she washes my braids underneath. So I do get that done. I like weave because it's just more, it's easier for me to just do a weave because I could just put heatless curls in, and then I comb it down, and then I'm on my way and I can go, right? And I like the look of weave. But yeah, keep your weave clean. Like I said in the previous statement, when it comes to weave, I will invest. I will buy the human hair. I have learned not to be cheap when it comes to my hair. Especially with wigs and weaves, I have learned that I cannot be cheap with it, because in the long run, you're wasting your money because you're continuously buying the same product over and over, when you can just invest in some good hair and it can last you years, right? And dye it, especially if it's virgin, the texture is better. This doesn't shed. This doesn't shed at all. I may get a few strands here and there, but it's nothing crazy like if I were to get like beauty supply store hair. Now, if you're in a pinch and you need something quick, then yes. But long term, because I do wear weaves throughout the year, this is an investment that I will continue to invest in when it comes to weave. Especially, and then this goes for quick weaves as well. I don't do quick weaves because, like I said, I'm a gym girly and I just don't want to risk it. So quick weaves, the same thing. Invest in some good quality hair. I will not go cheap when it comes to my hair. But after a while, it starts to tangle, especially with synthetic hair. I can't do synthetic hair. I've done synthetic hair majority of all my 20s. I can't. It just doesn't work for me. Not saying there's anything against it. For me, it just doesn't work. I don't have that superpower that a lot of women have when it comes to synthetic hair. And I don't have the patience to like revive it and all the things. So I do wear human hair. When it comes to your weave too, you sure that your lace is good, especially if you're a person that wears lace. Make sure that it's glued down. Put a little gots to be right here. When it comes down to me going to the gym, I do wear my wig band, and then I wear a sweatband on top just to ensure that the lace doesn't lift for a long time. It does help the longevity of it until my next appointment. When it comes to relaxed hair and silk presses, I haven't had my silk presses. I usually get a silk press just to get my ends trimmed because they don't last. I haven't had relaxed hair since I was like 19. When it comes to silk presses and relaxed hair, always get your ends trimmed. If your hair natural, you can get away with like your ends not being as a problem as far as people seeing it. But when your hair is long and down, you can see all that shag. So making sure your ends are trimmed, making sure your hair is shiny, always wearing your bonnet, always having your hair wrapped. Don't want to use too much heat on your hair, because after a while you will have heat damaged hair, and there's nothing worse than heat damaged hair. It does not look good at all on anybody. So try to avoid heat as little as possible, especially if you have chemically straightened hair. That is like a no-no at all. My last tip, I don't care what hair texture that you have. If you have 1 through 4 hair type, always wearing a bonnet or a silk scarf. That's going to be a must. That's a non-negotiable. Having a satin pillowcase, wearing your silk scarf, wearing your bonnet, it's all going to help with the longevity of your hair's health. Take me as an example. I started wearing my bonnet consistently for 5 years, and my hair has never looked better. I also started getting my ends trimmed regularly. I go to my stylist like probably every 3 months, or at the bare minimum, I'll see her twice a year. So finding a good stylist that you can trust with your hair and wearing your bonnet consistently. Your hair's gonna be healthier, your hair's gonna be shinier, help prolong the longevity of having healthy hair. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want, is healthy hair, because that's the real luxury part of all of this. At the end of the day, whatever your hairstyle is, like even if I didn't talk about like pixies and fades, because I never really just had a pixie and fade, but I think all of that is self-explanatory. Clean hair, wearing your bonnet just goes for everybody. I can go deeper about this in another video if you have any questions. Healthy hair is going to be the real luxury when it comes to hair. So drop them down below. What are you wearing right now? What's your hairstyle? What's your luxury hairstyle? What styles do you interchange with when it comes to your hair? Mine currently is like my natural hair and weave right now. I haven't done braids in a while, which I love a braid and I'm so tempted to get some bohos, but I just don't, the taking down process just really drains me. So, but yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. It was really nice talking with you. Have a wonderful, luxurious day. And thank you for watching. Bye.